Learners, this is Professor Salm, and I'm giving you a screencast, a second one this week, just because I want to go over some course delivery changes that have been made. Wednesday we had class, but it was snowing out and there were a significant amount of absences, so I just wanted to make sure that everybody is aware of some of the delivery changes in content and assessments for the course. So here is on the screen the course shelf for Marian Online. Life Systems Section 1. And the initial change, let me put it in a student setting here because you're seeing a bunch of stuff that I can only see typically, so I'm going to change it to student. And the first thing I want to draw your attention to is that the syllabus has been revised. So you can see it here uploaded as of Wednesday. When you click on it, it opens up into the entire document. The initial couple pages has not changed. The objectives and all that kind of stuff hasn't changed. I might want to draw your attention to, however, because it's good for students to know and it doesn't hurt to reiterate, my office hours are on Wednesday 7 to 10 in S207B, and then this lunch hour, office hour from 12:15 to 1:10 on Wednesdays is going to be at Herbert's and Gerbert's. So again, just trying to maximize, if you're coming to campus on Wednesday for class anyway, you have a chance to meet with me before class or during the lunch after class over in the coffee house on campus. Happy to meet with you by appointments outside of this time. Just ask or shoot me an email. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11:15 to 12:10 is when we meet. That's mandatory. The Monday, I should change this. Monday, Friday will be online. Monday, Friday is online. And so in a little while, I'm going to be opening up a chat online for any students who may need some clarification on things this good day. So you've got your syllabus in its entirety revised and available in Marian Online 2. And then this addendum, this Word document, is just taking the parts out of the syllabus that were changed and putting them into a quick reference document. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And you can see on here, I'm just explaining that you've got a couple email addresses that I work with for this course. The Marian email address is fine for just general course related questions or concerns. But if you're going to be emailing about, there are two things actually. Your journal reflections will be emailed to salmlifesystems@gmail.com. And then also I've added an assessment called the Online Companion Post Tests. And I'm going to talk about how you can access those and complete them. And those will be done on a weekly basis throughout the semester. When you email me, particularly to the marianuniversity.edu email address, try and use the format of last name, class and section number, and then your concern in the subject line. It helps me to be able to sort my emails, and then students, there are a few students, actually several students that are taking both my lab and my lecture, and it really helps if you can give me the course number and section that you're asking a question about. If you don't, it's not a big deal. It's just a little friendly request that I'm making. So the main changes involve the forms being monthly, not weekly. So every month we go through a new unit. And so February 17th, Sunday the 17th, is the end of this first unit. And so the forms won't be due until then. And the forms will also involve just one discussion post and 2 replies rather than one discussion post and 5 replies on a weekly basis. Also, the reflection journal will be just a monthly thing as well. So again, by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday the 17th, you'll want to be sending me a journal entry, and I will give you kind of an idea of what I want that journal to be addressing. It's really just a chance for me to evaluate where you guys are at. Do you feel like the course delivery and the content is making sense, or are there some tweaks that you would recommend? The online companion post tests I'm going to show you how to access in just a little bit. Those will be due weekly though, and that'll be assigned in lieu of us meeting on Friday for face-to-face meetings. So just trying to give you guys something to chew on during the Mondays and Fridays that we don't meet, some time to work on your own. You don't have to come to campus, and you don't have to do it during that prescribed 11:15 to 12:10 time frame. You can actually do it any time that works for you. Working ahead is certainly allowed. Getting behind is strongly unrecommended. There's pretty strict penalties for late work submissions. So as per the course syllabus initially, certainly let me know if you feel like a storm is coming and there's a family emergency or a sickness. More advance notice is makes it much easier for me to be able to accommodate and give leniency on due dates than if it's after the fact. So here's the schedule. Now from week to week, the chapters we're covering, no change. This column, no change at all. This middle column is the weekly assessments, and then this final column is unit assessments. So we're looking at weekly, and then unit would be every 4 weeks. So this week you have a screencast in Marion Online 2 and a quiz to take that I've actually written. And then I also want you to do the online companion post test. And so we'll follow this very same format pretty much throughout. You can see the forms in the reflective journal, although you can work on them these first 3 weeks, they're due actually this 4th week. So this same format is pretty much replicated throughout the remaining 12, there's 16 weeks total in the semester. So, so you can see the same format really from one unit to the next. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Now, the online companion post tests can be accessed using this initial link right up underneath the news forum, right up at the top. So when you click on this link, this Mater Online Companion website, you get freeware. This is free to all users. You don't have to buy the access code through the bookstore. Whether you have a hard copy of the text or an ebook that you've purchased through the bookstore, anybody in the course can actually access this freeware for the Mater Inquiry into Life text. So if you click on this link, you can choose on this drop down any of the chapters in the text. I want to go to chapter 1 because that's what's due this week. So by Sunday at 11:59 p.m., you're going to need to complete the post test. Now, there's all sorts of things here that you can use to access as enrichment material for the text. There's not an ebook here, but there is, PowerPoints, flashcards, pre-test if you want to know where you're at before you even get started on looking over chapter 1. You can do the pre-test and see what you know even just going into this content. The post-test is what I'm really concerned about. So the post-test is what I'm using to assess that you've actually looked through the text. And you'll click on that post-test and you'll have 20 questions. Now, every post-test for every chapter is about 20 questions long. And your exams, your unit exams could include questions from these post-tests in these chapters. So you'll go through and complete the post-test. And the good news is that if you complete the post-test and you don't like your grade, so I'm going to go ahead and submit. I only have 1 correct. I don't like that. You can actually just click on post-test again and it'll reset the questions. Now the questions will differ. So here's a hypothesis is as a question. Sorry, I'm not sure if the questions differ or the order of the answers differs. So a hypothesis is still listed. Now let's see when I click on it again. It's still a hypothesis, but I think the actual answers are what gets shuffled from one attempt to the next. Either way, you're going to go ahead and complete the post-test, and then however many times you need to, whatever grade you get on the post-test is what I put in the grade book. So it's in your best interest to repeat it until you get the answers right. The good news is once you submit, it'll actually tell you whether you got them incorrect or not, and you can look up the answer and try to understand better why that is. The questions that I'll have on the exam will model these questions in this post-test, but they won't be exactly word for word the same. So it's important that you understand not just, you don't want to memorize the answers, but you want to understand why the correct answers are what they are. So once you have finished, then you're going to email. So it's important to put who you are, because that's what I'm going to use to, transfer the score of this quiz into the Marion Online gradebook. And I'm going to go ahead and list now this is if I'm a student, I'm pretending I'm you guys. That's the email address I would send to, and that just because I want to have record of it. And then I'm also going to send to psalmlifesystems@gmail.com. That's where I want all of these post-tests reports to be sent to. And then I'm also going to send a third copy somewhere. And I'm going to actually choose text just to kind of see how the appearance differs from HTML to text. So go ahead and email these results. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and check those email accounts. So I have inbox, here's the results from Mater. Okay, and here's Ann Psalm. So here are my results. And so whatever your result is what I'm going to put in the Marian, the Marian Online 2 gradebook. And then let me go, I'm going to move this here. Let's see how they differ. It's really not that much different. This is an HTML format, so either way, that's fine. So once you've emailed it to the Psalm at Life Systems Gmail address, then I can go ahead and look that over and put that grade in the gradebook. Let me put, so you know what? I think maybe I lost our Marian Online 2 connection. So let me go back into our course. And so that's how you'll submit the Marian Online Companion post-test questions. So I've changed the online environment to reflect these changes. Unit 1, Forum A and B. I've got 2 forums posted here. Here's Forum Week 1, Forum Week 2. You're actually going to have those due by Sunday the 17th at 11:59 p.m. The weekly MO2 quizzes, again, Sundays at 11:59 p.m. Online companion quiz due 11:59 on Sundays of each week. And then the exam will be in week 4, so that'll be on the Friday of week 4 actually, open at 12 a.m. until 11:59 p.m. So although you don't have to take it during the class period, you can take it anytime that entire day. On Friday, I believe it's the 15th, Sunday is the 17th, so that would be Friday the 15th that you would take that. Let's see, is there anything else I need? I think that's about it for this week's content. If you have any questions, certainly shoot me an email. I'd prefer emails be sent to, as the document explained, send your questions course-wide to my Marian University email address, and then just send the journal reflections and the online companion reports to the Psalm Life Systems at Gmail. That's all. Peace out. Thank you.